Are you feeling spiritually lost, like you've tried everything, YouTube videos, online courses, even meditation apps, but still something is missing? Wondering, is this all there is? The world is loud and chaotic, and your soul is overwhelmed, craving inner peace, but you can't find your way back to yourself. This is exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system to help people just like you. This isn't a video you watch and forget. It's a daily spiritual lifeline that brings you back to your soul. So if you're done feeling lost and you're ready to start transforming, then come join us. This is more than a course. This is your lifeline. Go to kriyayogashop.com. Welcome to our September 17th Vedagurudev's live Q&A Kriya Yoga Satsang. Before we get started, we are joined by our very honored and auspicious guests. I will say each one of our honored, auspicious guests, mantra 3 times, starting with Goddess Lakshmi Devi, the goddess of infinite abundance, wealth, and prosperity. And I will say her mantra 3 times with love and devotion also. Om Sharim Klim Lakshmi Narayana Biyam Namaha. Om Sharim Klim Lakshmi Narayana Biyam Namaha. Om Sharim Klim Lakshmi Narayana Biyam Namaha. Next to Goddess Lakshmi Devi is the highest of them all. Pure consciousness, Adi Yogi, the first yogi, Lord Shiva himself. And I would say his mantra 3 times with love and devotion also. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Next to him is Lord Ganesha, the remover of all obstacles, Lord of success himself. And I will say his mantra 3 times with love and devotion also. Om Gam Gadapataye Namaha. Om Gam Gadapataye Namaha. Om Gam Gadapataye Namaha. And in the front, right next to me, the fountainhead of Kriya Yoga, the deathless, immortal Himalayan yogi, our beloved Satgurudeva, Babaji himself. And I would say his mantra 3 times with love and devotion also. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. And last but not least, pure Kriya Yoga Shakti, the feminine side of Kriya Yoga, the deathless, immortal Himalayan yogini, Mataji herself. And I will say her mantra 3 times with love and devotion also. Om Kriya Mataji Namo. Om Kriya Mataji Namo. Om Kriya Mataji Namo. Now that we have welcomed all our very auspicious, honored guests, now it's time to start our September 17th Vedgurudev's live Kriya Yoga Q&A Satsang. Namaste, Veronica. How are you doing today?
Namaste. Doing great. How's everybody else doing? Namaste, everybody. Thrilled and honored to be here for yet another Satsang. So I can't wait to hear what we're all going to talk about. So, oh my God, Paul has entered the studio. Let's introduce Paul.
Namaste, Paul. How are you doing today?
Wow.
Namaste.
Namaste.
I'm doing well. How are you guys?
Yeah, we're
Wonderful.
doing great.
Great.
So if anybody has any questions, put it in the YouTube chat. We'll answer all your questions wholeheartedly. And
let me just introduce Sandy. She's here.
Great.
Sandy says, Namaste, beautiful souls. Just lit some frankincense and myrrh resin in my mini cauldron. It smells divine, smells sort of citrusy. Ooh, that's a great idea. Light some incense.
Namaste, Sandy. Welcome all beautiful souls out there in YouTube land on our live stream. Hope everybody's having a great and excellent day.
Yeah. Sandy says it's a lemony pine, according to Google. Great to see you both. Great to see you.
Great to see you also, Sandy.
Sandy says, hey, Paul.
Howdy. Just making my coffee.
Yeah. Sandy says, we'll send these healing scents to your way. What kind of coffee are you making?
It's like an organic, it's Newman's Own organic. I do have like a Keurig, so, because I don't like to make a whole pot. So I've gotten used to all the conveniences of life, and I've got some organic. I always try to use organic. And so it's an organic coffee, organic cream, sweetened with honey. And I do, as I've posted on the site, I use this Himalayan stuff called Shilajit, and I put that in there. It's a potent antioxidant scraped off of the Himalayan mountains.
Nice.
Longevity.
Sandy wants to know, Paul, did you get a haircut? You're looking dapper.
Oh, thank you. Oh, maybe about 2 weeks ago.
We haven't seen you for a while.
Right.
So good to see you.
Well, we don't see many people on this. We sometimes hear them on YouTube, but it's rare for,
Yeah.
And I understand it because I'm the same way, my daughter asked me to go on a walk with her today. And, I didn't feel like it, in a sense. Like I always want to be with my daughter, but I told myself I will never turn my daughter down for anything like that because I know one day I will regret having done that. So if she ever asks me to go on a walk with her, I will take her up on it. And it's also just like going to the gym. Like the hardest part is just getting up and going. And then afterwards you end up having a good time and you enjoy it. And, so we had some profound discussions, which I'm hoping to also have some profound discussions with you guys.
Yes.
Because I've had at least 2 interesting people wander into my shop. And so I've got questions about some of the stuff that they threw my way. So I already mentioned a little bit about the guy that had had an experience with Archangel Michael, but I'm going to go back to the one that was just here the most recently. And I've also mentioned him before because he's a Muslim guy. He's like a water salesman, but people don't just come into your shop and then have like a spiritual, some of them do, they're trying to convert you or whatever. But it's just kind of unusual. You kind of just have to feel that person out and know if they're going to talk about something you're interested in. You know, half the people, I just talk business with them and just, you know, pleasantries. How was your day? But other people I dive in deep with. And since I'm not really familiar much with the Muslim faith, I've been asking him a lot of questions. So each time he comes, I have other questions. And I want to see, like, if anything he tells me does not resonate with me or is different kind of from what we're trying to achieve here, or, you know, what our kind of beliefs are in just one God kind of your own choosing. So it was very similar. He said, no, you don't have to be a Muslim, you know, because I felt kind of in a sense. So what he did say was that I should choose like a religion or path. So that's when I kind of started asking him some other questions. But he did not believe in reincarnation, which I kind of do. Like, not like fully, but he said in some cases. But he didn't think that was like, as I do. I think that's the machinery of the universe that we just, you know, we learn from each reincarnation and everything, and that's how we grow. So he didn't have that belief. And then he told me I should have a fear of God. So, you know, in a sense, I can kind of understand that, because the closest thing to God that I can comprehend in my earthbound mind is like my mom and my dad. And, you know, outside of that, the sun is like the most close to God that I can think of. So bright you could not, you know, just look into it. It's just overpowering. And it's like a constant thing. It's there every morning. Like, God is changeless. So I can see that about the sun, and as the earth also being the mother. And without the father, there could not be the mother. The mother, you know, needs the father for the, you know, for the energy to create life or whatever. But so as my mother and father, like, for example, I'll ask you, Vedagurudev, did you fear your father at all? And do you think we should fear God? You know, because, yeah, without God, I mean, he could. And this was another interesting one, you know, because we went into about like why, you know, innocents are killed. And he gave an example that one time he said Muhammad asked God this question, like, why are all these innocent people being killed? And so God told him to go sit under this tree for like 3 hours and just sit there and don't do anything. And so all these red ants started crawling up his leg, you know, and, you know, they weren't doing anything for a while, but then all of a sudden one bit him and he just slapped it, and he got a whole bunch of ants. He did not just get the one offender. So I kind of like took that as an interesting example. And, you know, if you realize that we're not these you know, because it's far beyond our understanding, like when Arjuna had to kill, you know, in that battlefield and stuff like that. So, I mean, the death of our body does not mean our actual death. So I kind of understood that. But as far as fearing God, and like if you did kind of fear your father, because, yeah, your father, if you do wrong, might punish you, you know. So what do you have to say about that, sir?
I would say, in my perception right now, I don't fear God at all. God is like my best friend. We're like partners. We're like co-creators. So I don't fear God. I embrace God. I invoke God. I welcome God's essence anytime I pray. I'm invoking God. I'm becoming one with God. So I always start these God conversations with the same disclaimer: a God defined as a God can find. Like, but yeah, I don't really fear God at all. Like, I welcome God. I want God to come and visit my house anytime. Anytime I meditate, I open my door, because the welcome mat is always available for God to come inside my house. So I want God to come. I don't fear God at all. And anytime I do any sadhana or yogic practice or go out into the Maya delusional world, I have this visualization like God is driving my car. I'm just watching God drive me around. I'm the detached witness. I'm the passenger. So I live every day like God is right next to me. So if God showed up tomorrow, it'd be like another day at the office. I wouldn't be scared of God at all because everything I do is if God is right next to me. He's driving my car, I'm just witnessing him drive me around. So I don't really fear God at all, and as far as my father, I never really feared my father, I don't know. I've always had this kind of discernment that, if I did wrong, he was probably going to beat me, but I probably deserved it because I was probably wrong. So I didn't really fear him, and more as I got older, the more my father became my best friend also, we would have very profound talks and up until he passed away, he asked me questions about the yogic perspective, similar to what people do on here. So, yeah, I didn't really fear my father, if I got a beating, I probably deserved a beating, and my favorite was he always used to say, "This is going to hurt me more than you." And I was like, how is that
Yeah.
possible? I'm the one that getting hit by the belt or whatever, So this hurts me way more than it hurts you.
We are the
So,
same.
but I understand it now that I have a child and I'm older, you don't want to scold your child I don't hit my child, but yeah, I don't know. I don't, yeah, I don't look forward to talking to my child about stuff she did wrong. So I can understand it more. But yeah, as far as fearing God, I look at God as like my best friend. Like he's always in the presence, and all these mantras, I try to invoke God inside me as me. So I want to be a great reflection, a great mirror of God 24 hours a day. So I'm actually welcoming it. I'm not fearing it at all, So when they say you should fear God, I don't really resonate with that because I don't fear God at all. I want God to come as much as possible. So I don't have any fear in my heart when God shows up. So I try to stay a fearless yogi 24 hours a day. And if God shows up, it's a beautiful day. So I don't fear God's presence or his essence. I invoke it on every chance I get. And I want to be a reflection of God. I want to be a mirror of God. So, and everything I do in my daily life, I try to act as if God is standing right in front of me. I offer all my sadhana to God's feet, and I do it as if God is standing there. So if God showed up tomorrow in the physical form, it'd be another day at the office for me because everything I do for God and as an offering to God. So yeah, I don't fear God at all. So when they say like you should fear God, it doesn't really resonate with me because I don't fear God at all. I welcome God as much as possible. Please descend your grace on top of my crown every day. If God showed up 24 hours a day, that would be the greatest day ever. Or I invoke God to stay around and hang out. I know God is busy, so he's got a bunch of other stuff to do. But yeah, I basically do all my sadhana, my yoga practices as an offering to God. Like he's standing right there. I offer it to God's feet, right? I put it
Yeah.
right on God's feet. So I don't really fear God. He's like my best friend. And yeah, he's driving the car and I'm just witnessing him drive me around. So I take no credit for this. All the glory to God. He is the greatest. Keep doing the best work. You're doing the best job out of everybody. You're doing all the heavy lifting, so everything is to honor God as and give as an offering to God. So I don't really fear God because in my daily life, I act as if God is standing right next to me. So I try to make God happy and not disappointed. Let's put it that way.
Well, Sandy agrees with you. She just says, from my experience, fear is completely the opposite to source, God, and frequency. The punishing, judgmental, or shaming God is not my God, and instead a cool story, bro, as Vedagurudev would say.
Cool story, bro. I fear God. Only God can judge me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I agree. Like that fear frequency has no place in my vocabulary or my vibration. So I always try to be a fearless yogi 24 hours a day. So yeah, when they talk about like fear or judgment, these only seem like lower frequency energies that I really can't relate to. And in the grace of God, these lower emotions have no place. So I don't want any of these lower emotions like fear, judgment to follow me into my meeting with God or my audience of God. Let's say it like that. So I want to be as pure and untainted and highest frequency as possible. And I don't want these lower frequencies to kind of drag me down into a place where God is not available. So I'm always trying to bring my frequency up, and all the classes we have in our Kriya Yoga School, it's bringing our frequency up. We're always going up. We're always taking the elevator up. Going from the root to the crown, My guru used to say, if you want to have a meeting with God, open the gates of your crown and God will have tea with you on your crown chakra. So it was conveyed to me that the lowest God can come is your crown chakra. So we're always bringing our energy up to our crown chakra so we have a clear radio signal with no static, so we can meet with God. So in my opinion, I wouldn't bring any of these lower emotions, fear, judgment, anger, desires, into a meeting with God, right? I try to stay as pure and untainted as possible. And I take my trash to the curb. I don't bring it to the meeting with.
Yeah, so I'm bringing up points that that didn't kind of agree with me, like just asking your opinion about it, but yeah, like, because that's kind of what drew me away from Christianity when I went to church with some friends, and they were telling about hell and this, that, and the other. But yeah, so he also did believe in hell, so I told him like I didn't really believe in hell, and I think like we kind of make our own hell, and yeah, that sort of thing. So but yeah, so I didn't like agree about the reincarnation. I kind of do believe in that. And then the fear of God, like if I were to be honest, if I was, someone was going to say, okay, you're going to stand before God tomorrow. Am I going to be scared? Yeah, I kind of am, like I feel there will be some kind of, I don't know, evaluating, let's just say. But yeah, so in his sense, he said if you get that fear, it actually like increases the love in some kind of way. I don't know, I didn't really understand it, but to me it's just kind of like you should fear them, and that will cause you to be a better person. I'm kind of just trying to figure out their kind of mentality about it, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I would say that coming from a place of fear, that should be your reason for being a good person,
Right.
I'm scared of God's judgment, so I'm going to be a better person. You should always just be a better person. And I like what you said, like I might be a little scared of God. That's why we do all these techniques. So we're basically getting ready. We're staying ready so we don't have to get ready. So when I see God, I welcome it with all arms, with no fear. Like I'm ready. Like I always say, I want to have a Santa Claus list of people I've helped. Cue the sound effect, Veronica. So when I have an audience with God, I was like, I've been waiting for this day my whole life. Like I don't have no fear. This is like winning the lottery, right? I got the golden ticket. Like the yogis say, I'm taking the divine flight home, right? Here I am. I've been waiting for this day. I came prepared with my Santa Claus list of people I helped, and yeah, I'm ready to see you. I've been waiting for this day. This is the greatest day ever. I always want to have an audience of God. So yeah, whatever I did in my pre-Kriya yoga life, I did a lot of stuff that I wasn't too happy about, but I'm not shameful about it. It happened the way it should have happened. And if they open the book on my life, the council of elders or God or whoever, I'll be like, when you were 16, Vedagurudev, you did this and this and that. I'll be like, yeah, I did it, but I learned from my mistakes. I pivot. I changed course. I changed directions. I realized that is not the way. And I got on the spiritual path, practicing Kriya yoga, and I'm a better person for it.
Yeah.
Turn the page, You ate a cheeseburger when you were 10 years old, Vedagurudev.
Oh,
turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Yeah. Body treated your body like an amusement park. Turn the page. Turn the page. Turn the page. Okay. I learned from it. I made my mistake. I pivoted. I changed course direction. Now I'm on the Kriya yoga path. So I'm not scared of anything. Open the pearly gates. I'm coming home. Or let me my seat around Babaji's Yagna fire, right? We've been holding this meditation cushion for you, Vedagurudev. Hallelujah. I'm home, Tell us a story about the Maya delusional world. Whoo, you don't even want. It was a rough ride. It went up, it went down, it went to the left, it went to the right. It jerked me side to side. They're pulling me in all directions. It was crazy. Boo! Maya delusional world. Boo! Right? I like these sound effects. So yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't be scared at all. I mean, if you ask me, I'm welcoming that day. I'm counting the days till I ascend. I'm staying ready so I don't have to get ready. I'm helping as many people as possible, and I don't really see how you could go wrong by doing that. So yeah, when they talk about like fear, judgment, all these lower emotions, I don't know. It really doesn't have any place like that. When you ascend, in my opinion, you leave all this behind. So it doesn't matter at all, right? Like all these lower emotions stay in the 3D physical world. They don't transcend with you, right? So I would put a big smile on your face and enjoy the ride. Congratulations. You won the lottery. You got the golden ticket. You're taking the divine flight home. I wouldn't carry no baggage like any of this fear or these judgment, Like I said, when I travel on the golden flight, I'm traveling light with no baggage, no, none of these emotions, none of these anything, right? Only I like the renunciates, the sannyasis in India. They only travel with the clothes on their back, and that's a good representation of detachment, right? So when I take the golden flight, where's your baggage, sir? No baggage, only the clothes on my back. And some of these yogis, like the Naga Baba, they're butt naked, they don't even have clothes, right? So maybe I even shed my clothes. I don't need these clothes. I got my golden light body. I don't need these clothes either, So yeah, travel light, my friends out there. Have no baggage when you transcend. Only a big smile on your face. Congratulations, you won the lottery. You're ascending. You're getting your wings. Ding.
Ding. We have a new comment from somebody, Sergio Santos, and he says, I I was taught to fear God, I guess more like respect. That's what you learn in Sunday school. And he says that I'm learning how to talk to God. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yes.
what Sergio, that's
Oh,
exactly what I told the guy. I said, I respect God. I mean, there's a little bit, like, as I said, he's the big man. So I can't help it. There's going to be like a tinge of fear about it. He's the creator of everything. And I'm just, I feel like I'm just like some little insignificant thing. But yeah, I told him, yeah, I respect God, but, I don't fear God. So yeah, that's good what he said, so I concur with that. Respect would be a more appropriate term for what I feel about God, and love, of course. But yeah. But yeah,
I
just
would
the same way
say,
I feel about my father,
yeah, I would say love God unconditionally. I everything I do is to respect God and for the glory of God. Like I said, all my sadhana, everything I do in my daily life, I do it as if God is standing right there. So I don't want God to be disappointed. Like, I'm not going to be perfect. Like Patanjali says, on the path, the spiritual path, it's not a straight line. It's a zigzag. Some days I self-evaluate myself before I go to sleep and I say, yeah, maybe I shouldn't eat that pack of Skittles, but it was so tasty to taste the rainbows, But tomorrow I'm not going to do it in moderation. One pack of Skittles isn't going to really hurt anybody. So, yeah, if everything you do in life, you do it as an offering to God, to respect God, then I don't see how you could ever go wrong. Most of these people, they're Bible thumpers only on Sunday, right? They cheat people, they scam people, they do all kinds of stuff during the week, and Sunday they go to church and they say, "Forgive me for my sins," but we're 24-hour a day yogis. We do everything like God is standing there, So we have nothing to hide from God, or nor do we want to hide God, So if you did something that you're not proud of, learn from that mistakes. Don't do it again. And yeah, that's what I would say. But yeah, I live my life 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, like God is standing right there. So I don't need to go to church on Sunday because every day is a church. I'm a walking ashram. I'm a walking temple 24 hours a day. The kingdom of God is within you. So I always like that one. God is inside you as you. So I'm a walking temple. So I try to keep my temple clean so God would be not disappointed. He would be happy, right? That's what my guru always used to say. Keep your temple clean and your body fit. So God has a nice clean house to come visit you if he gives you an audience, right? So yeah, I try to make everything offering to God. So yeah, my car is a temple, my house is a temple, my body is a temple. So everything is a temple to radiate the God divine signal 24 hours a day. So and like Paul said earlier, have a God of your choosing. A lot of people want to tell you what God is, like the person put in the comment, go to Sunday school. Let me tell you a story about God. But when you have a direct connection to God, their stories don't become your stories. Let's say it like that. So you have a God of your own choosing, and whatever God makes you happy, that is the best God, in my opinion. So no borrowed beliefs, no have a God of your choosing. That would be my best advice. So take all what they said at Sunday school with a grain of salt. These are good stories, but the real lightning path to God is aligning yourself with God. And you don't want other people's story to become your story. So you can take nuggets and breadcrumbs from these stories, but these stories aren't going to do the inner work for you. So when you do the inner work, you become a radio antenna, a nuclear power plant radiating the God signal. So, you know, like my guru always said, we're Kriya yogis. We don't talk about Kriya yoga. We do Kriya yoga. So once you kind of shed yourself on the story, okay, that's good. I got some inspiration for that, but that's not really going to do my inner work for me. Then you start doing your inner work. And for all those people that have the next question, how do I do my inner work? It's all on the screen right there. Pick whichever one works best for you, and you'll be on your way. So we on our YouTube channel, we have daily Babaji quotes, inspirational quotes. We take each question every day and put it on our YouTube channel, and discover the secrets of Kriya Yoga 100% free. Over 760 people practicing Kriya Yoga around the world, 100% free, yogis and yoginis. And if you like the value and you want to come join me, Veronica, Paul, and all of our members in the Kriya Yoga Masterclass, go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. So I wouldn't really get attached. Oh, go ahead. What was that? Applause? Go ahead.
Yeah.
All Kriya yogis and yoginis. So no matter what spiritual path you're on, the supreme science of Kriya Yoga, we test it, we observe it, we experience it, we feel it, so we know it. So give it a try. You know, don't have blind faith. Don't believe me just because Vedagurudev said. Try it out. See if it's for you. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't get attached too much of the stories. I would more do your own inner work and see what works for you, because we're all on different levels and different places and on the spiritual path. So it's not one size fits all. Like everything fits in a box, you know. Just because they resonate with Jesus doesn't mean you resonate with Jesus. Or, you know, find a path that works best for you, I would say.
Yeah, Sergio just says, same here. I respect God, exactly what you're saying, to live like you could see God right in front of you. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see how you could ever go wrong if you do your daily meditation practice or your prayers or whatever spiritual practice you have, offer it to God, you know. So that would be my best advice. That's what I do on a daily basis. So if God showed up in the physical form, it'd be another day at the office for me, you know. I mean, I'd be a little surprised, but I'll be like, yes, my lottery numbers have hit today, right? God is here. But if he doesn't show up, then it's okay, you know. God is busy. He's got a lot on his plate. Like I don't even know where God is, what dimension he is or anything. So, you know, I do my practice if God is standing there, but if he doesn't show up, it's another day at the office also, right? I actually, when I do my prayers, I say, God, keep up the good work, what you're doing. What do I need? Nothing, right? I need you to be happy, and I need you to keep doing the best job that you're doing. What I need, I'm good, you know? So I actually tell God not to come, right? There are many people that need you way more than me, right? I'm good, right? You have already exceeded my expectations. You've already done too much for me, right? Keep up the good work, God. So all my prayers and my puja and my mantras and everything is to thank all the deities for the job they're doing. They're doing all the heavy lifting. I'm just saying a few words on the live stream. So they're doing the greatest job out of all. So keep up the good work, God. You're the greatest.
Excellent. So yeah, those were the main points of contention. Most of what he said, his main goal was he just wanted to know if I just believed in one God. That was his main thing. I told him, well, what if I go with Christianity? He said, oh, that's fine too, you know. So, but yeah, the fear, he did believe in hell, and he did not believe in reincarnation. Those were the main only points I really, you know, disagreed with him about. So yeah.
I mean, as as far as like
And hell.
hell or karma, like I never really think about it too much, you know, like how can I say this? If the devil gives me an audience, I'm gonna punch him right in his face. I'm looking for it. My foot to his pow, right? My foot to his ass, right? I hold up the white flag. I wear all white. I represent the white football team. So the dark football team, it's woo. I am the police arresting all dark energy. So yeah, the black flag really doesn't resonate with me, you know. So I hold up the white flag, and whatever they say, it's almost like a joke to me. I like when Babaji says, "Death is a joke to me. I am the death of death." So I look at darkness like that. Like it's just a joke to me. Like these guys and their hell and their horns and their pitchfork. Oh my God, get out of here! You know. I said before in a sad song, I'm way more scared of the bad things that people in power do than the devil. You know, it's not even a thought really in my mind. So I don't really think about these things too much, like hell or like karma or this, you know. I try to live my life in the most righteous way possible, and where the cards lay, that's where they lay, basically. So yeah, that's kind of my take on hell and karma and all this judgment, you know, fire and brimstone.
Yes.
Oh, and he did say I should choose like us. I don't know if he said a religion, you know. So he said I should like choose a specific path. Like I should either go one way, Christ or Muhammad or whoever, you know, Hindu, you know. He told me that, but yeah, I didn't feel that.
Yeah, not really. You know, like when you see God everywhere and everything, you kind of dissolve the dogma aspect of it. Like anybody starts a sentence with "you should," I would get away from that. Like, you know, like you should do whatever makes you happy, and you should choose whichever God makes you happy. So if you don't resonate with the dogmatic approach of religion, that's perfectly fine. Like I said, in yoga, they have nirguna and saguna, form and formless, right? I don't really need a structure. You know, some people do need that structure. Like, let me tell you about God and this and that. Some people are walking their own path. So I don't see it as necessary. And the more I do Kriya yoga and the more I walk the spiritual path, the structure of religion and the dogmatic approach of religion kind of dissipates, you know, like it's up to you to use your own discernment and your own discrimination to feel out what works for you and see what uplifts you the most. You know, it doesn't have to be anybody else's structure. It could be your own structure. You could, if you see God in everywhere and everything, you don't have to choose any religion. The sun is your religion. The bird is your religion. You see God everywhere and everything. So you don't need a book to tell you what God is. You have gone beyond that first grade step, or the early stages of walking the spiritual path, you know. So yeah, I like when they say Buddha wasn't a Buddhist and Jesus wasn't a Christian, you know. So that kind of sums it up right there, you know. So religious aspect is more of a control structure. When you're a real ascended master and a real spiritual being, you're beyond that, right? Like, you know. So even a lot of yogis don't even call themselves yogi. They don't subscribe to any path. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm here, you know. Like I'm doing the best I can. I'm radiating the God signal. So yeah, that basically sums it up in my opinion. Buddha wasn't a Buddhist and Jesus wasn't a Christian. So, you know, and in my intuition, I think if Buddha came back or Christ came back, he would kind of be like, what? You know, I said before, a lot of these people, they say of God or I'm a man of God or whatever, right? I mean, would you really say that if you were in the presence of Christ, you know? I don't think so. So
Yeah.
I think he'd be disappointed. Like, you're missing the point. You're seeing the forest without seeing the trees, like this is not what my teachings really were, I think it's more like radiate the God signal inside you as you, I would say, and live as if God is standing right next to you, become the detached witness. He's driving the car. Just let him drive the car. I would say. So, yeah.
Well,
Go
Sergio has.
beyond
Oh,
go
go ahead.
beyond religion and dogma. Sorry. Yeah, that's
It's
it.
okay. It's just Sergio says I was never radicalized by church. I felt God once and I pushed him away. That's what I regret the most in life. And now I'm calling him back. Thank you for your kind and wise words.
Yeah, no problem, Sergio. We're here anytime. So to answer your questions wholeheartedly. Yeah, I wouldn't push God away. I would welcome God in your house for tea. That's the way I look at it. Like, and it's not over just because you pushed him away. Just keep doing your inner work, and you'd be surprised. God is readily available and waiting for you to call him back. So don't get disappointed. Don't beat yourself up about it. It happens to all of us. Believe me, when I got on the spiritual path, I questioned it all, right? Why me? Why me? Why me? I pushed it away, like you say, as much as possible. But now my door is open to God 24 hours a day. My guru used to say, don't leave God out in the cold and rain. Welcome him in your house. So I leave my door open to my house 24 hours a day. So God has the keys to my house. Come in. My bed is your bed. My food is your food, all that. So, yeah, I welcome God as much as possible. So if you push God away, it's not the end all be all. Tomorrow's a new day, welcome God in tomorrow. So, I pushed God away for many years myself, and but now I welcome God in. So it's not over. Tomorrow's a new day. Wipe the slate clean. Don't overthink it. Don't get in your own way, and start off fresh tomorrow and welcome God into your house 24 hours a day, and have a God of your own choosing. Don't borrow these beliefs from anybody else. Whatever God resonates with you, or form of God or non-form of God resonate with you, that is the best God. So welcome God into your house for tea 24 hours a day. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready.
Okay, I have a comment from Katathu Rati. We had this him last week. What is the practical way to protect one's energy from negative people, etc.?
I mean, a long story goes into detachment, but a short one answer, it would be detachment. So you realize that these people don't serve you in the present moment, that you want pluses in your life, you don't want minuses in your life. So if they become energy vampires, sucking your energy and stealing your energy on frivolous things that don't matter, or distracting your energy, then I would shed those people. They should uplift you. They should add to your energy. Rising tide should lift all boats. So that would probably be the best way, I would say. But yeah, some people you have to shed. You have to let them go. And nothing is permanent. The universe is ever changing. So somebody who used to be your neighbor 10 years ago moved away and went somewhere else. People are changing. The universe is shifting. So stay light on your toes, adjust and pivot and change course. But I would say if they don't uplift you, they don't support you, they don't understand you, then self-evaluate. Do I really need this person in my life? So that would probably be my best advice, to shed toxic people. And in our Kriya Yoga school, we have many detachment techniques. They're more in the Kriya Yoga Masterclass. But if you need some techniques, go to the free Kriya Yoga school, or or subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll give you some motivation to get on the right path. Let's say it like that. You know, even me, I say the Babaji quotes, but it inspires me. I was like, oh, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Climb the ladder up to supreme bliss, not down to ignorance. Oh, Babaji has divine wisdom in that one, you know? So you'll get breadcrumbs, you'll get nuggets, and don't worry, we're here every Sunday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for our Soul Talks, and we're here every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So whatever questions you have, don't be shy. Give it to me wholeheartedly, and I'll try my best to answer it, you know, as best as I can. I don't know everything, but I'll try to use my discernment, my intuition to answer your questions as best as I can. So yeah, that's what I would say. But that's probably the best way to detach from all these people. Detach, let them go. You know, you don't need them. How do they serve you in the present moment? That's a good affirmation to have. How does this person serve me in the present moment? And you begin to see when you step away from the TV and create some separation and some space from that person, you say, why do I need this person? How do they serve me in the present moment? You know, how do they put food on my table? How do they put a roof over my head? Why do I care what they say? You know, I don't work for this person. Why do I need them to steal my energy or whatever, you know? So you use your own discrimination and discernment, and you kind of become a detached witness away from the movie screen, and you see like, this person doesn't really serve me. The universe is ever changing. You know, somebody I went to school with in the 6th grade is no longer there. They moved to a different city. They don't call me no more. So people come, people go. But the only way you really suffer is how you attach to them, right? If you have a fear of loss, like I'm going to lose this person, I'm going to lose my money, that's how you suffer. But if you realize the universe is ever changing, then you say, yeah, that's how it happens. People come, people go, you know? I used to be friends with this person. Now I'm not, you know, I used to love this person. They've gone away. You know, I'm not attached to it. That's how the universe works. People come, people go. Clouds passing in the sky, water under the bridge. So if you have that kind of discernment and that detached witness perspective, you really can't suffer because you understand that's how it happens, you know?
Yeah, well, what you said about change, yeah, that I've always struggled with change. You know, I do not like change, and it's scary, and I don't want to be away. I don't want to be parted from my loved ones. You know, so I mean, when I think about it, the only change, God is the only change. Like the sun, I know the sun's coming up every morning, and God is kind of really the only changeless thing, you know, that I can latch on to. You know, so I'm having to accept change, even though I don't really care for it.
Yeah, true. I agree with you. You know, my daughter's 16. One day she's going to get married and move out and start her life. And I'm not looking forward to that, you know? So I'm trying to enjoy my time with her as much as possible and, you know, create as many memories and photos and as possible. I'm sure she's like, Daddy, too many photos, you know? She's 16. Like, don't post these photos on social media and, you know? So, but yeah, I'm just trying to enjoy their presence in the present moment. So, yeah, change is hard, but if you have that discernment that nothing's going to really happen the way you want it to happen, it's this Maya delusional world is going to happen the way it happens, and if you become more of a detached witness, you'll be like, that's how it happens, you know. Some football game, my football team wins. Some football games, my football team loses. This is how the world works. I'm not in control of any of it. I'm not going to try to guide the outcome of any of this. It just happens the way it happens. And I become the detached witness like, that was interesting, the way the end of that movie happened. But I can't change anything really, you know. So I just let it happen the way it happens, you know. If you're trying to control the outcome of any movie, you're probably wasting your time. It's going to happen the way it happens. So you become more of the detached witness, like, that was interesting. I didn't think that movie was going to end that way, but all movies don't end the way I want it to end. So, you know, I guess it gives me some texture and some context, you know. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've got a good one now. Thinking about
Okay,
all
good.
this. So in spirituality, it seems surrender is a big aspect of it. Surrendering, God, not my will, but thy will be done.
True.
How do you do? Because I don't believe I don't think like many of us, I don't think have surrendered. And I think that is essential. And I really don't know how to do it. I don't know how to give up control. You know, not that I'm really in control, but I like to maintain an illusion that I have control, if you know what I mean. So I really don't know how to surrender.
Yeah, a lot of people think surrender is like giving up everything, like giving everything to God. But it's, in my perception, it's not really like that. It's just kind of getting out of your own way, like setting in sankalpa and intention, like, all right, I'm going to walk this path and see how far it takes me. So I'm going to so-called surrender to the path, but I'm not giving up control. I'm still sovereign. I'm still in control. I still make my own choices. I don't surrender it all to God. So, yeah, when people say surrender, they kind of get the wrong perspective. And to me, it gives an opening to be monetized, right? Like give, what they call it, tithe, right? Give tithe to the church, right? The collection plate's coming by. Make sure you give 10% to the church, you know? Like God has no use for your money, you know? It's a way for people to be separated from their money. So I wouldn't surrender in that aspect, but I would use your own discernment and your own discrimination and your own intuition and see what really works for you, you know? And don't let other people's narrative or other people's ghost story become your ghost story. Write your own book, you know? Write your own path, you know? So yeah, I would say I used to be scared like you, Paul, of surrender too, right? Like I can't give up control to, I can't give it all to Baba G, right? I gotta be in control. I gotta drive this ship. I gotta be in control. But I started to realize, like, if I surrender to the path of Kriya Yoga, I kind of get out my own way, right? I stop overthinking it. I say, well, let it happen the way it happens. And that's the way it happens, you know? So that's what surrender is more for me. How they say it? Que sera, sera. Let it happen the way it
Yeah.
should happen, you know? So that's kind of what I look at surrender. So I'm not like giving up control. I'm still the king of my castle. I'm still have my free will, and I still have say in what happens or what choices I make in life. But I just kind of get out my own way and let the path carry me where it carries me, you know, but still using my discernment and discrimination. Like if you say, give me $1 million, I'll call God for you. I'm gonna be like, nah, that ain't happening. I have my own direct, personalized, tailor-made, individualized connection to God. I don't want your connection to God to become my connection to God. So you kind of delete the middlemen, you know? So that would be my best suggestion. But that's how I look at surrender. I just go with the flow. Every day I wake up and say, well, Baba G, how you going to surprise me today? You know, it's going to be a venture. Let's get to work, you know? So I'm surrendering to the process. So wherever it takes me, you know? So that's how I surrender.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. My pleasure. Anytime, Paul. Keep those comments coming.
Yeah, so I put up a little Matrix clip. I think the both of you saw it, but
yeah, I saw it.
I love that clip, but it really like seems like that it really is how it is, you know, like and that there's a lot of people that they're part of the, you know, the Matrix. They're just walking around. They've been programmed, as we all have, and they have not yet, you know, figured it out. And started unprogramming themselves. Yeah, so I don't know where I'm going with this, but I was going somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, when I go out in the Maya delusional world, you see all these. My guru used to say almost everybody is walking around sleepwalking with their eyes open. So, whatever you want to call it, NPCs, lower frequency beings, they're all, sleepwalking with their eyes open, basically, So, yeah, but I wouldn't let that discourage you. The best thing you have awareness, and that's most of the way home. Most of these people have no awareness. They're accepting this as their own reality, like this matrix, this simulation, whatever, this Maya delusional world, whatever you want to call it. This is my reality. But when you have this discernment, like they say in the yogic tradition, neti neti, not this, not this. I am not my bank account. I am not my car. I am not my religion. I am not my football team. I am not my country. I am not my flag. I am not none of this, And then you start to self-inquire or self-observe yourself and say, who am I? And you really see that you are a higher consciousness. You are the soul. You are your inner divinity. You are a spark of God. So, yeah, but they're out there and they're pulling you in all directions. And it's hard to be walking the spiritual path when millions of people around you aren't walking the spiritual path, let's say, maybe I'm a little. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, we're all different, and you particularly don't like to go down rabbit holes. You prefer to just do your work, not really, look at, you're going to see stuff inevitably, and you're going to like form an opinion about it. But I like to know, I like to think I know what's going on. So like, I have a very distinctive idea of what happened here on Earth. I have a certain belief about, the false narrative. Okay, I know what that is, but not like, so yeah, I want to know what the true narrative is. So like, I have a distinctive theory on like, what civilizations were before, about galactic history, about why we don't see any extraterrestrials when there's this huge universe. Like, I think we're in some type of quarantine for sure, or who knows what, but it's definitely what's happening on Earth is like not the normal that's out there in the universe. Like, I don't think there's probably a couple other planets that might have the same thing going on, but I think this one is. But I was the Charlie Kirk thing, so I'm watching some of my stuff, and they're thinking that the whole Charlie Kirk thing could have just been a hoax, which I wouldn't, say that to anybody. Maybe he really did die, but in this day and age, we just cannot tell. I mean, they've got ultra realistic masks. They can fake this shit so easy for their own, to forward their agenda, to cause whatever kind of pain in people, hate, division. And so I don't even know, if Charlie Kirk was really murdered or not. He could have been, but like, it's equally possible that he wasn't, or, whatnot. And only time will reveal that. But yeah, it's just, yeah, sometimes I do, like, I might go into it a little too deep, and sometimes it kind of just freaks me out. I'm like, all these multiple dimensions, aliens walking among us. Why can't I see the extra? What happened in the past? It's all being lied to, hidden from us. So it does, in some sense, cause me a little bit of anxiety sometimes. But I'm curious. I'm curious. Like, there's no quenching my curiosity. So I will continue to go down the rabbit holes.
Yeah, it's okay to go down the rabbit hole. Just don't get too attached to it. Like, don't get like emotionally attached to it. Like, you know, or don't let it overwhelm you or frustrate you or
Yeah.
give you anxiety. Like this, watch the movie on the movie screen as the detached witness, like, oh, yeah, this is what the Maya delusional world is. I mean, to say it shortly, all the yogis and the Buddhists, they say everything is Maya. So they look at everything as a joke, like, oh, this Maya, I'm not attached to it at all, you know? Like, that's why most of them are in the Himalayan mountains or the forest, because they don't want to be nowhere close to this distractions or these Maya delusional things that take away from their inner work that they're doing in their cave. So yeah, I would just look at it the same way you look at it at a movie on the movie screen, which what they call it, suspension of disbelief, right? You don't think you're Iron Man flying around. So when you see Charlie Kirk on TV, you're like, I didn't know him personally. I mean, I'm only going by what they say, like on the movie screen, you know. They show Green Hulk and they show Red Hulk. I don't know. Maybe he's out there. I don't know. I can't verify it. He's not in front of my house, so it doesn't really serve me in the present moment. So when you become the detached witness, you create some separation and some space from you and the movie screen, the Maya delusional world, and you get your popcorn in the audience like, interesting, you know? I don't know. Maybe it's real, maybe it isn't, but how does this really serve me in the present moment? I don't know, you know? It's just a bunch of pictures on the movie screen. So whether Hulk is green or he's red, I don't know how that's going to help me in my life. It's just, I'm just going by what they say, you know, on the movie screen. So if it is, if it isn't, you know, who knows, you know? I said before in the Satsang, like what the Anunnaki did 70,000 years ago, I don't even know what I'm going to eat for dinner tomorrow, you know? So I definitely don't know what happened 70,000 years ago. And I don't know, how does it really serve me? So I understand your thirst and your curiosity, but just become the detached witness and look at all this like a movie on the Maya delusional movie screen of the universe. And you just be like, oh, there they go. Maya keeps Mayan, you know, there it is up on the screen. All right, whatever. You know, what are they going to tell me today? You know, now it's Charlie Kirk. Tomorrow it's going to be something else. And next day it's going to be something else. They're always stealing your attention, you know? And yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of skeptical. People say they know. I mean, how can you really know? So I try to use the disclaimer. I don't know anything, right? I have no clue what God's eating for dinner today or what happened 70,000 years ago and where the aliens are and how they got here. I'm just like, you know, but
like Sergeant Schultz on Hogan's Heroes. I know nothing.
yeah,
That used to be one of my favorite shows. I always
I
watched Hogan's Heroes.
yeah, I like Hogan's Heroes too. I know nothing. Yeah, me too. I relate to him. The secrets of the universe are so vast and endless and infinite. I have no clue what's going on. I'm just trying to do my inner work, burn my mountain of karma that I have from past lives. And like I said, I don't even know what I'm going to eat for dinner tomorrow. So there's no way I can know what happened 70,000 years ago. That's beyond my comprehension, above my pay grade. But I mostly focus on what serves me in the present moment, you know? So like I said before, I look up in the sky, I see Three-Eye Atlas. Nope, not today. All right, well, it doesn't really serve me today. So it's a cool movie on the movie screen, but it's not going to do my inner work for me. So now if I do look up and I see Three-Eye Atlas, I say, oh, we better get ready, you know? I hope they're nice on that spaceship. I hope they have good God energy, right? I mean, when I heard the Booga Spear was really love Gayatri, I started saying Gayatri, Booga Spear, I'm invoking you. Come, no Booga Spear. Huh? I don't know. Maybe Booga Spear got more important people to speak, or maybe it's not in my area. It's not hearing my calling. But yeah, so I would just use your own discernment and ask yourself, how does this serve me in the present moment? That's probably the best affirmation.
Well, YouTube has comments building up.
Okay, well, let's get to them.
Sergio says, I've been learning about God from spiritual people, but God is too complex for us to truly understand.
Yeah, true. I always say, a God defined is a God confined. Like, how can you really understand God? It's too vast. It's so endless. There is no beginning and there is no end. I like in the Bhagavad Gita when Arjuna asked Krishna, "Show your true form." Krishna shows his true form, and he's like, "Stop, too much." Like, so to understand God I don't know, how would I say it? Beyond my comprehension, above my pay grade. So I'm just trying to do my inner work and be the best spark of God I can be. And it's really your own job to find out what God resonates with you. So asking other people about God, they don't know where you're at on the spiritual path. They're going to kind of give you a canned answer. So I would use your own discernment, your own discrimination, and find out what God resonates best with you. Have a God of your own choosing, no borrowed beliefs. Because when you ask other people, if you ask me about Babaji, I'm going to tell you a bunch of stories, but it really doesn't matter, the stories, unless you resonate with Babaji. So I would find what God inspires you the most, I don't know, whichever God. And once you find which God inspires you the most, then I would lean into it, and I would have your own direct connection to God. No middlemen, Let me tell you a story about God. Those people I tend to go away from, Like, how could they know what God I resonate with? Or how could they know how I feel about God inside me as me? So have a direct connection to God and no middlemen if possible, I would say. So have a God of your own choosing, So
Yeah.
I don't know. Find somebody you resonate with. That would be what I would say the best, because you don't want them to plant their God seed into your mind. And now you're thinking, you see them all the time, like Jehovah Witness. They come to your door. "Hello, friend. Can I tell you a story about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ?" Maybe for you, but that's not the
Jehovah.
God I resonate with, right? So, so don't let other people's God become your God. Don't let other people's ghost story become your ghost story. Their narrative become your narrative. Figure it out for yourself. Like, by no means I ever want to say I know what God is thinking or what God is doing or what God said. I have no clue, right? A God defined is a God confined. I definitely don't want to put the source in a box, Like, I know what they said. I have no clue what God says, I'm just doing my inner work and trying to be the best radio antenna transmuting the divine signal as possible. In yoga they call it nada, which is the divine sound. So
Nada.
yeah. So I would definitely say find a God of your own choosing, and in my opinion, anybody that tells you they know what God is, I would go away from that person, because who could ever know what God is? I mean, that's anybody that says I have the secrets of the universe, or I know what this person did or that person did. I say, ooh, no way. Right? I don't even know what I'm going to eat for dinner, let alone what God's doing. I mean, I don't know. So yeah, that's what I would say. Like, have a God of your own choosing. Align yourself with the God that you feel the best with. That is the best God. Don't let other people's God story become your God story, and just use your own discrimination, your own discernment. Like most people on the spiritual path, they're lazy, right? Well, my mother's Christian, my father's Christian, so I'm Christian by default. Is that the true God? who knows? You tell me what your true God is. It is the real God because some what they call them, pilgrims got on a boat from England and came to America and they brought their God, and now that God is your God. Is that the true God? I don't know. You tell me.
So
I'm not gonna.
I've got a kind of question relating to what you're saying. All right, so we can all agree that there's just one God, like a pyramid. There's only one capstone, so there's one God. Okay, so in your eyes, how does Babaji relate to God? In your eyes, is Babaji God, or is he like an emissary of God, or like how do you define that? Like, is that just like you trying to like put a face on God so that it's something more that you could wrap your brain around, or like, can you explain that to me?
Yeah, I would say Babaji, in my perception, is a ascended master, which is basically ambassador to God, right? God is too infinite, too all-knowing, too busy to come down to 3D Earth and help us. So the ambassador of God that I resonate with the most with is Babaji. Is he the source? Is he a spark of the source? They call him Maha Avatar Babaji, which means the great avatar. So he's a avatar carrying the divine spark. So similar to, I would say, on the same frequency as Jesus, or maybe the archangels are higher, maybe they're lower. I don't know. Maybe they're higher. So I would say ascended master, like a light being. Is that the true source of everything? How would I know? So I just, when I look at Babaji's picture, it makes me feel good. So I resonate with that form of Babaji, but I'm not married to that idea. I might wake up tomorrow and resonate with the sun more. I don't know. I'm trying to stay light on my toes and pivot and change course. I make no sense of this Maya delusional world. Like who knows? I'm just saying, in the present moment, Kriya Yoga, Babaji, Mataji, all the ascended masters, all the Hindu deities, they resonate with me. But tomorrow's a new day. I can't say for certain what's going to happen, So I would say at this present moment, Babaji is the spark of God, of the source that I resonate with the most, let's say, or the form that uplifts me the most, But they all uplift me, so I would say equally, So that's what I would say. But the true form of the source, man, that's way above my pay grade. I'm just trying to get through today.
Right.
I have no clue what the source is saying or doing or any of that.
It's just, it can be confusing because there's, I would call them deities instead of gods, but
right.
Yeah, there's just so many, and like that can be confusing. Like, we're saying there's one God, yet there's all these other people that we're singing mantras to. So in a sense, it's a little bit confusing, but yeah, what you just said clarifies it, I would say.
Yeah, I would say, like you said, God is the capstone, and all these other things, how can I say, all these other deities filter down, but there's still a spark of God, like we all are,
Right.
Some are more of a spark of God, some are, maybe us on earth are less of a spark of God, but it still all goes to God, So no matter what deity you pray to, it all goes to the same place, My guru used to say there are many roads to get up the mountain, but they all go up the mountain. Let's say it like that. So they all lead to the same place. They all lead to the summit, the pinnacle, the capstone. So I would say, no matter what deity you're praying to, as long as they make you feel good and uplift you, they're all going to the same place. So that's what I would say. And I would say God is too infinite. So our monkey mind needs something to attach to feel comfortable with. So that's why we have these forms, you know. So the form I resonate with the most is Babaji. So to make
What
a
would you
long
say
story
about
short.
like Satanists, you know, who are worshiping Satan or something like that?
I mean, I've never had an audience with Satan, so I don't know if he's good or bad or what he's doing either. Like, or even if he's even there, I don't know. That's I I don't know. I don't have any experience. Let's say so. I don't know. Like I know the stories that they say, but I don't have no resonance. So I don't know. Like if you're harming people and you're hurting people or you're murdering people, it's lower frequency. So if Satanists do higher frequency things, help people and don't harm people, then why not? You know, but I don't know. I don't really think about it too much, you know. I I think if you do anything from a place of love, not from a place of hate, you cannot go wrong. Whatever you call your title. So if you're doing stuff from a place of hate, you know, it's coming from a lower frequency, which I wouldn't agree with. But if you're doing something from a place of love and helping people, whatever you call yourself, it can't be really that bad, you know. So I don't know. I don't really think about it, you know. Like hopefully they're not harming people, they're not hurting people. They're coming from a place of love, not from a place of hate. So that's what I would say. But I've never had any experience. I've never had an audience. You know, I think these lower emotions or frequencies or malevolent beings try to stay away from me. You know, this guy holds up the white flag. I don't really come around, so I've never had any experience or audience. I've never met a Satanist, or I've never had any experience with lower dark frequencies, dark energy, you know, malevolent beings, right? They kind of stay away from me at this point, you know, or I've never had an audience, so I can't speak from experience. But I would just say, to make a long story short, always come from a place of love, not from a place of hate. You can't go wrong with that. So
I have a comment. So I need to get through these real quick.
okay, go ahead.
Roti, he says, "As few people reach self-realization, then is it worth the effort to practice meditation, yoga, if the chance is unlikely that you'll reach self-realization?"
Well, I got news for you. The chance is not unlikely. So stop putting up those barriers, those roadblocks, those resistance for yourself. If I could do it, reach self-realization, you could definitely do it. So the chances of you reaching self-realization are very great, I would say. If you just do your inner work, get out your own way. Just to give you some backstory on me, I was the most unlikely yogi ever. The most unlikely person to ever attain self-realization. You know, I did everything wrong. I treated my body like an amusement park. I got on the path and I've reached the point of self-realization. So if I could do it, you definitely could do it. So first thing you do, delete all those obstacles. Wherever you are, my father used to say, we're Americans, not Americans. We can reach self-realization. It's not unlikely for anybody. It's likely for everybody. So if I can do it, you definitely can do it. So it just takes some practice and it's enjoyable. I miss my meditation cushion when I'm out in the Maya delusional world doing whatever. So enjoy meditation. It's a blissful experience. So if I can do meditation, you definitely can, you know, because I was lost in the sauce. I was way more diluted than you were. So it is possible. It is not unlikely. I would tell you 100%. I thought the same way when I started on the path to Kriya Yoga. It's unlikely that I'll ever reach a state of samadhi. It's unlikely I'll ever reach a state of self-realization. It's likely for everybody, right? Kriya yoga, self-realization, enlightenment, samadhi is available for everybody. You just got to do the inner work. That's it. You know, there's no lightning path or microwave to these things. You know, it's a process, but it's a blissful process. It's not like lifting weights or something and painful. I love meditating every day. I love doing my asanas. I love doing my pranayama. So it's a blissful experience that anybody can attain. So it's not unlikely at all. So I would clear all those blockages, those resistance, those obstacles that you put in your way. It's highly unlikely that anybody can attain self-realization, you know? Anybody can attain enlightenment. The only difference between the enlightened yogis, they just did the inner work, you know? They just put one foot in front of the other. They never gave up, and they got out their own way, and they did the practices, and it carried them the rest of the way. So yeah, if you need some practices, all the information's on the screen.
Yeah.
So it's likely for you, I would say for sure. It's likely for everybody, wherever you're at, whatever country, where, if you're male or female, if you're a child or you're a grown adult, Kriya yoga, self-realization is for everybody. So it is highly likely you can attain anybody, you know? Just clear all the blocks, get out your own way, and you'll be on your way. If I could do it, you definitely could do it.
Well, Katathi has a follow-up question. He wants to know, do you pray to God? Do you believe in praying to God?
So how I pray to God, I pray to God different. I do what's called puja, right? So I give the light to each incarnation of God, each deity, each devi. So I'm not praying to God in a dualist perspective. I'm praying to God in a oneness perspective. I give the light to the statue or the picture of the deity, and I merge with the light, and I see the deity as a reflection inside me as me. So I am the deity, and the deity is me, whoever I'm calling. I am Shiva, and Shiva is me. Shiva's not over there, and I'm over here. That's a dualist perspective. We believe in a oneness, wholeness perspective. So when I pray to God, I see the reflection of God inside me as me, right? So I'm not praying to God over there. I'm praying to God in here. Let's say it like that. So I give the light to God, and me and God merge in the divine oneness. So I see the reflection of each deity inside me as me. So that's how I pray to God. I don't pray to God Daddy on a cloud somewhere far away.
God
Let's
Daddy.
say it like
But
that.
the question might be, are you asking for things like, you know, praying for this, that, or the other thing? But yeah, for me, like I mainly am just giving thanks. I'm like thankful for everything that I already have. So my prayers consist of me just thanking Babaji for sending you to us. That's my first prayer. And you know, thankfulness. And you know, if I do pray anything like asking for something, it's usually just for, you know, my family, you know, help my sister, you know, recover or something like that. But I'm already blessed enough. So I do feel I'm blessed, you know. So I think that's the important thing.
Yeah, when I pray to God, I don't pray for any materialist things. I thank whichever deity I'm praying to for the God, for the job they're doing. They're doing all the heavy lifting. The sun came up today. Today is a great day. Keep up the good work. You're doing the best job out of all. What do I need? Nothing. I'm good. You have far exceeded my expectations. All deities, right? I'm good, right? Like, I don't ask for anything. I'm basically thanking each deity for the job they're doing, right? Wherever they're at. So keep up the good work. All deities, all ascended masters, all spirit guides, all archangels, all light beings, whoever is out there, whoever got their ears opening, thank you for the job you're doing. Today is a great day. Everything is a bonus. I woke up, the sun is up. Keep up the good work, right? You know, you're doing the greatest job out of all, right? Keep up the good work, you know? So yeah, I agree with you, Paul. That's what I do. I don't ask for anything. I thank them for the job they're doing. So if I do ask for something, they know it's serious, because Vedagurudev never picks up the red bat phone and calls us, right? He never pushes the button on the nuclear football, right? Right. So if I pick up the phone, they're like, wait a minute. Vedagurudev, who never asked for anything, he's putting in a call. Oh, this is serious. So, but they're out there. They're waiting for your acknowledgement. You know, they're ever ready to help if you need it. You know, so I'm saving my my call break in case of emergency. You know, for a rainy day. You know, so they know if I break the bat phone, then you know it's serious, right? But I don't even know what. Hopefully, I never have to put in that call. That's my opinion, right? Like, I'm good, and if you know, I'm satisfied, I'm content with everything, and I hope to never put in the call. But you know, I don't know. They're ever ready to help if you need it. So,
well, Sandy just had a comment. She said, same with me. I was agnostic for many years after rejecting Catholicism. It took me by total surprise to experience my awakening in 2019. Whoa.
Yeah, I agree with you. It took me by surprise too. Like, to make a long story short, I was forced to go to Sri Lanka to get initiated in the Kriya yoga. I didn't want to go. I went half-assed, not wholeheartedly, you know, and out of nowhere, Babaji struck me with his lightning bolt, and here I am. So, yeah, it took me by total surprise too, Sandy.
Here you are.
I never thought it possible. You know, sometimes I reflect or contemplate, like, how did I get here? Like, how is that possible? These things don't happen to me. So every question anybody out there has had about the spiritual path, I have definitely had 10x, you know? So if I could do it, anybody could do it. So it's not limited to anybody, right? I don't want anybody to think like, I don't have no mala beads like Vedagurudev. I don't have no white sadik attire to wear. I guess I can't be a Kriya yogi. It's for everybody. Anybody could be a Kriya yogi. Anybody could walk the spiritual path. So if I could do it, if Sandy could do it, if Paul could do it, and Veronica could do it, anybody could do it. You know, it's likely for anybody, I would definitely say. So yeah, I agree with you, Sandy. It took me by total surprise too. And I'm still surprised to this day. Like, I got to pinch myself some days.
Yeah.
Like, am I still a Kriya yogi?
Yeah. Oh.
I guess I am. How did I get here? You know, like, how did all this happen? You know, so I just basically, as Paul said before, I surrendered to the path. Like, all right, let's see where it takes us. And it's never did me wrong. So I'm going to ride it till the wheels fall off, like we said before in the Soul Talks, right? So we'll see how far it takes me. But yeah, it definitely caught me by surprise also, Sand. I agree with you.
I don't know. Katapi has such great questions for you. What's your perspective on miracles happening in other religions, such as people praying to Jesus when they are sick and then getting healed, or people praying to Allah and their prayers being granted?
Yeah, I would say we had a profound Babaji quote in our Kriya Yoga school. It says, when you align yourself with the frequency, you harmonize and crystallize your circumstances. So I would say, if you come from a pure, authentic place, a place of love, you begin to align yourself with these miracles, and you clear the path for your spirit guides or your ascended masters to have a clear connection, right? I look at it like a radio signal, right? When you're tuning the radio dial, in the beginning, it's kind of staticky, right? You're like, what? I can't really hear it. the song, you know. But when you do your inner work, you clear that signal, so you have a direct alignment, a direct connection. So it's easier for people to help you when you need help or when you call for help. So these people are easier to attain miracles, CDs, and these stuff when they're more aligned with what they're asking for. If you're asking for a miracle from a place of lack, it's probably not going to happen for you. If you ask for a miracle from a place of abundance, you have a better chance of yourself harmonizing and aligning yourself with that frequency, tuning into that frequency, whatever you're requesting and asking for. So if you want to attain miracles or you're trying to manifest requests, I would always come from a place of abundance and love than a place of lack or disparity, you know, because my guru used to say, if you run to money, money runs away from you. If you run away from money, money runs to you. So that's kind of my perspective, right? I don't really ask for miracles, but that's how things kind of happen. These CDs, these miracles are like byproducts or like signposts or like breadcrumbs on the path. So they kind of just happen so-called out of nowhere. So if you're coming from a pure soul place and you are coming from a place of abundance, not lack, you'd be surprised of what miracles are waiting to descend on you. So yeah, I would say regardless of what spiritual tradition you subscribe to, if you harmonize and align yourself with the correct frequency, anything's possible. Let's say it like that, you know?
Sergio, he just says, I wish you could see the big smile I have on my face. We're making Sergio happy.
Outstanding. Enough payment for me. I want to see everybody smiling out there. So that's how I get paid, by upliftment, helping people, putting smiles on people's face. So that puts a big smile on my face. That makes my day, Sergio. So thank you for that. That's why we do what we do. I don't do this to buy a new house or a solid gold airplane. I buy this to put smile on people's face and help people. So, you know, thank you for that. That's a beautiful payment on the spiritual path. Yeah. I collect happiness. I collect smiles. I collect helping people. That makes it all worthwhile. So thank you for that. That was beautifully said.
Yeah.
So keep those smiles coming. When I wake up, I try to have a big smile on my face, right? You know, I jump out of bed. Woohoo! You know, today is going to be a great day, you know? So keep that smile coming, right?
Yes, we live for smiles.
We live for smiles.
This is a question I think we all have to deal with. How do you protect your energy from good-hearted people who are going through things such as depression? Therefore, I am unable to cut off some of these negative thinking people as they are loved ones. Yeah, I can't get away from you, but
yeah, this is difficult because some loved ones, especially your children, it's hard to separate yourself from them. So you just try to give the best guidance you can. You know, anytime I get frustrated on the spiritual path or practicing Kriya Yoga, the ascended masters always send me a darshan. Everything is going to be okay. Keep up the good work. Don't worry about it. Get out your own way. Everything is going to be okay. And if people in your immediate circle have like depression, just let them know everything's going to be okay. Tomorrow's a new day. You know, maybe today is rough, but wake up with a big smile on your face tomorrow and enjoy the finer things in life. You know, the sun is up, the birds are chirping, nature is beautiful, the flowers look great, and you begin to start to see that the things that are depressing you, like money or materialism or attachment, these are fleeting things anyway. They're temporary things. They come, they go, but the way you get depressed and the way you suffer is by how you attach to it. Like, I don't want my car to go away. I don't want my money to go away. I don't want my loved one to go away. If you realize nothing's going to really happen the way you want it to happen, everything is ever changing, everything is temporary, then you really can't get too depressed, you know? And if people out there is depressed, I understand. I feel compassion for them. This 3D Maya delusional world is very dense, very overwhelming, very chaotic, but have a practice of becoming a detached witness. And how can I say? We do a practice in our Kriya yoga school called Sudi, which is basically detach, let go, right? Oh, I wonder how I'm going to pay my rent this month. Detach, let go. Detach, let go. Detach, let go. And you start clearing out the path and stop making obstacles and roadblocks for yourself, you know? And yeah, so I would tell anybody out there who's depressed and is going through something, first of all, Vedagurudev, like you, goes through it too, you know? Just because have all my Raksha beads and I'm wearing all white don't mean I have some obstacles and roadblocks in my life also. But the only difference between a yogi and you is we have the tools to help us overcome. So anybody that's depressed, you know, I'm kind of biased, but I would say subscribe to our YouTube channel and we'll try to give you some upliftment. Join our free Kriya Yoga School. We give you some tools to help you get out of that pit of despair, because it is very overwhelming out here in the 3D Maya delusional world. So everything's going to be okay. It looks drastic now. It looks overwhelming now, but tomorrow's a new day. Wipe the slate clean and start off fresh with a big smile on your face. Like Sergio said, I like how that sounds, right? So no matter what this crazy Maya delusional world throws at you, put a big smile on your face and say, that's the best you got. Not going to turn my smile upside down into a frown. I'm going to turn it up even higher. Ah, ha, ha. That's the best you got, you know? I said before in a Satsang, I'm Captain Dan from Forrest Gump. You know, yeah. Is that the best you got? You call that a storm? This is easy work. This is light work. Kindergarten over here. Give it to me. Come on. That's it. You know? So when you have that perspective, you start to laugh at this Maya delusional world like it is. Like, there it goes again. You know? Maya keeps Mayan.
And he did not have any legs either. He's up there just grabbing it on.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. He had no legs. His lower extremities were gone, and he's still holding on for dear life. Come on, Storm. Come on. That's it. You know? So
here's a
go ahead.
Here's a question to put your diplomacy to good use. He says, are you able to let us know who are the real gurus and who are the fake ones? Is Satguru and Osho real? Give it to us.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. Like from a yogic perspective, we don't like to judge other yogis, right? Are they my cup of tea? Not really. Are they part of my parampara, my lineage? Not really, but they're helping people with the practices of yoga. I really can't be mad at it, you know? Are they authentic or not? I don't know, you know? But I would rather people listen to them than, I don't know, hurt people or, you know, have some violence to some people. So are they authentic or not? I don't know. Who am I to judge, right? You know, like, I don't know. I think from a yogic perspective, they're helping people. They're trying to spread the word of yoga. Why not? You know? So I don't really judge them. You know, I have taken Sadhguru's courses, and I'll say it's better than nothing. Is it the end all be all? No. Is it okay if you're beginning on the path? Yeah, it's better than nothing, I would say. But I'm biased. I would say what we have in our Kriya Yoga School, especially for free, is way better value and can help you in your daily life better than other yogic programs, I would say. There's a lot of fluff out there. So that's why I created the Kriya Yoga School, to give it to you straight, right? With no barriers, right? If you subscribe to our Kriya Yoga Masterclass, I give you everything. I don't want you to wait. I give you everything. I answer all your questions, everything. So I don't know, are they authentic or not? Who am I to judge, Like, I'm sure there are people out there that say I'm not authentic too, So I don't know. They're helping people. Keep up the good work. That's basically what I'll say. Coming from a non-judgmental yogic perspective, right? So are they my cup of tea? Not really,
Not my cup
if
of
I had
chai.
to choose, yeah, not my cup of chai, exactly. So if I had to choose between my guru and Sadhguru, I would go with my guru all day, every day, So, but I'm biased. So if it uplifts you and makes you feel good, why not? If it's not coming from a place of harm or hurt, that if it's coming from a place of love and helping, why not? But yeah, I don't know. Who am I to judge any other yogis, right?
Well, Kotaku also wants to know, how long does the timeline look for us to start seeing the benefits from practicing Kriya Yoga, so we can know when we should give up a certain practice and pick up something new? That's a good question.
I mean, it's all different, Some people see results instantly. Some people see results in 60, 90 days. I don't know, It depends how much blockages and how much you're kind of clogged up. So I would just not try to put a time constraint on it. I would just go with the flow and see where it takes you. So there's no right way to answer that. It's different for everybody. It depends where you're at on your spiritual journey, I would say, So if you have done some spiritual practices, you're probably more open to it. Some people who are starting from scratch, it might take them a while. So but I wouldn't try to put no time constraints on you. Just do what I do. Go with the flow. I'm going to go as far as this takes me. Makes me feel good, so I'm going to keep going. I would say, but there's no real way to tell how long it's going to take for anybody. So, and I would be misguided by telling anybody I know how they feel in their body, and by giving them a time limit. Like,
yeah.
It's different for everybody else. So I really can't say, right? Like, some people it takes a week, some people it takes a year. I don't know, So it's different for everybody. I would just say, like my guru said to me, Vedagurudev, when is the best time to plant a tree? I said, I don't know, Baba. Tell me. He said, 10 years ago was the best time to plant a tree. When is the second time the best time to plant a tree? I said, I don't know, Baba. Tell me. He said, the second best time is to plant a tree today. So I wouldn't overthink it. I would just put one foot in front of the other and get started, right? And we made it easy for you. You subscribe to our YouTube channel, join our free Kriya Yoga School. In our free Kriya Yoga School, we have a beginner mini course that will give you some structure, that will give you a step-by-step roadmap to how to start. So I would start practicing today, and I would see where it takes you, and that would be my best advice,
Well, I got to get going soon, but I'm just going to go through these comments because they're really good.
Yeah, let's bang them out. I'll try to not be so long-winded.
It's okay.
How much time do you have before you got to go?
I have like 15 minutes. So we got.
Okay.
We got
All right. I'll try to make it short and sweet.
It's okay. Normally, I would be here as long as possible. I could be here 6 hours. I just have an appointment to get to. So I'm sorry, guys.
Oh, it's okay. Life calls. We
Yes.
understand completely, right?
We have somebody new. I'm going to say your name because it is beautiful. I'm going to see Shri Nivias. He says, hello, G.
Hello, G. Hello, Baba G and Matt G and Yogi G.
Yeah.
I don't even know what you would call me. Guru G, right?
Guru
I
G.
guess, right?
Matt G.
Shiv G. We got Lux G. We got Shiv G. We got Ganesh G. We got all G's here, right? G's all around, right? My G, right?
Sergio Santos, he says, it was a pleasure to be here. It's my time to retire for today. Thank you to all. Good night and namaste. Namaste.
Namaste to you, Sergio. We're here every what is this, Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We usually do 2-3 hours satsang, and every Sunday 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we have very profound soul talks live from a Thailand beach, where you could also submit your questions. So helping people as much as possible. Always welcome, Sergio.
Yes. Now we have a comment from Shri Navias. He says, I have been practicing meditation for the last 3 years without missing a single day. When I got initiated into Shambhava Maha Mudra, I had a wonderful, how do you say that, Vedagurudev?
Shambhavi Mudra, right? Sadhguru's program, right? Or maybe he was initiated by somebody else. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
He says, I had a wonderful experience that I had never, experienced. That's amazing.
Yeah, Shambhavi Mudra, when done correctly, is very profound. Like focusing your awareness on your eyebrow chakra, your agna, and just existing in that state. What a beautiful thing, Shambhavi Mudra. So, yeah, I recommend everybody to practice that.
He says that Shri Navias, he says it was an unexplainable, like a butterfly going around in my head. It continued for a few days, but that experience has not returned during my practice. But I still continue. My sleep has improved. That's amazing.
Yeah, sometimes you get a glimpse into the higher states of samadhi and these profound states. But if it doesn't come back, just keep doing your inner work, keep practicing, and you'll be surprised. It'll return one day. So don't get discouraged. Put one foot in front of the other. Never give up. But that's a beautiful thing. You've been meditating for 3 years. So you're definitely aligned and centered and have the right vibration, the right consciousness to be open to these higher states of samadhi, self-realization, satchitananda, God realization, all this. So keep up the good work.
And Katathu Roti, he wants to know, what does a typical day look like for you?
For me, okay, I'll make this brief. I wake up like 6 a.m. I do my asanas. I give praise and love to the sun. You know, I do the Science of Sun Worship song. I do Surya Namaskar. You know, I praise the sun. Thank the sun for the beautiful thing it does. Depending on the day, I try to do all 18 asanas in my series. But if I can't get to all 18, I try to do at least 6. I do my pranayama breath work, 20 minutes. I do my meditation, however long it takes, but let's say another 20 minutes. I do my mantra japa, depending on what deity I'm resonating with, probably another 20 minutes. So roughly, but there's no real time constraint. I just go until I feel in yoga, they say you feel that click, right? Like, okay, that's enough, you know? So I don't really time myself or anything. And yeah, I do morning puja. I give the jyoti, the lamp, to all my deities, which probably takes another hour because I got so many. So all deities, all devis, all kriya yogis, ascended masters, archangels. You know, the list is long. So I say the mantra to each like 3 times each, and then I go through it, and I sing bhajans and songs, you know, to help start my day, like you know, giving wholeheartedly to God, I'll say, you know. So that gives you a rough estimate. And I do it twice at nighttime. I do everything the same except the asanas. I only do the asanas early in the morning. So that's basically what my day looks like.
Yeah.
And then I go out into the Maya delusional world like everybody else. I take my daughter to school. I pick her up. I go to the grocery store. I get gas in my car. You know, I pay the electric bill. You know, I pay the internet, whatever, what everybody else does. But I just keep a mindful, meditative state throughout my day. So everything becomes a 24-hour meditation. Pay the electric bill, meditation. You know, get gas in my car, meditation. Pick up my daughter from school, meditation. So I try to stay mindful and in a meditative state 24 hours a day. So yeah, that's basically a long story short. That's so if I
I've
could do it,
got
anybody could do it.
a little question related to that. You said in the Himalayas, a lot of the yogis just like to wear the little, their little, whatever you call it, kind of like
It's called a
Babaji's.
dhoti, right? Like a
Yeah.
sheet, right?
So
Yeah.
do you dress like that, or do you like to like personally? I like to just be in my shorts. I like the way the beads feel on my skin, and if I go outside, I'm absorbing extra sunlight, so I kind of like to do it like that. Or do you do it in your how you're dressed there, or what?
Yeah, so I practice everything minus the asanas, because when you have all these malas and you go into the plow pose, it like
Yeah.
compresses on your neck and leaves like indention. So I learned the hard way to take off your mala beads when you do asanas. But yeah, basically I dress this same way when I practice Kriya yoga. So yeah, I never been a dhoti guy. Like they would call this like sadhak, a traditional sadhak attire, right? So I dress more like a sadhak than like a swami or a yogi, you know. But my guru got me into wearing all orange like a swami, so I have a lot of orange stuff, and you know, if I want to go that path, so yeah, so I practice in this, but when I do my asanas, I take off my mala beads because I learned the hard way, especially like when you're in the plow pose or something, you feel it like pushing on your neck, and
Yeah,
you
I'm
have some
joking.
indentions into your skin, you know, yeah. But yeah, so yeah, I basically practice. I wear the same thing to practice Kriya yoga as this, but it's not one size fits all. The best thing when you practice Kriya yoga is to be in a relaxed, comfortable state. So whatever makes you feel comfortable, that is the best way to get into a good meditative state. So just because I wear this doesn't mean everybody else wears it. I feel comfortable with this, but whatever you feel comfortable practicing your sadhana, that's what I would wear.
Well, my last comment from YouTube is Katathi Roti. He says, thank you all for helping us. Very grateful. Yeah, thank you.
No problem. Katati, right? My
Yeah, roti.
my roti. Oh, I like the roti
I
part,
do.
right? I
Yeah.
ate millions of rotis in my time. So yeah, so my pleasure anytime. You know, like I said, we're here every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, wherever you're at. We usually stay for 2-3 hours, and we try to answer all questions wholeheartedly. So if any questions come up during the week, send them to me. Also, we do a Soul Talks every 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday. So yeah, collect your questions and give them to me wholeheartedly every week. You have 2 opportunities. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our free Kriya Yoga School. kriyayogashop.com and join 765 like-minded Kriya yogis and yoginis practicing Kriya yoga around the world. And if you want to join me, Veronica, and Paul, and all of our members in our Kriya Yoga Masterclass, every Saturday we have a very 2-hour profound class where we teach 3 different techniques. So very great. And you could ask whatever questions you want. I'm available 24 hours a day. So
yes.
So yeah, kriyayogamasterclass.com, try it out, give it a month. If it doesn't resonate with you, you can cancel. It's fine, but at least you have some knowledge and framework. So, but if you're starting off fresh, first subscribe to the YouTube channel. Look at our daily Babaji quotes. Look at our Soul Talk edits, our Satsang edits. And then join our free Kriya Yoga school, freekriyayoga.com. It's 100% free. We're not going to try to sell you anything. We're not going to try to upsell you anything. It's 100% free. If you enjoy the value and you're ready to start practicing the advanced techniques, then join our Kriya Yoga family, kriyayogamasterclass.com. So
Yeah,
that's about it.
I just wanted to mirror that. Thank you, Paul, for all your great questions, and everybody on YouTube. I just thank you, everyone that joined us tonight, and I hope you enjoyed our Satsang and our conversations that we covered here tonight. This is just the tip of the iceberg, and if you want more, you can join our school. I don't know, that's where the magic is, I think. So you can get even more Kriya Yoga knowledge. So Vedagurudev does not hold back. If you want to learn Kriya Yoga, you should join our school. So without waiting years for a mantra or a technique. So Vedagurudev gives away the whole farm. So wholeheartedly. So yes. So
if you
thank
commit
you all.
to our Kriya Yoga Masterclass, I commit to giving you everything wholeheartedly. No guardrails, no laws, or no gatekeeping. Yes. Any Kriya yoga practices. Give wholeheartedly. You'll be surprised. Sometimes overwhelming.
Yeah. The floodgates are open for Kriya Yoga. Oh. Yeah, this was wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, for your very profound questions out there. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you, Babaji. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, all Ascended Masters, all Spirit Guides, all light beings. Keep up the good work. You're doing the heavy lifting. You're doing the best job of all.
Well, maybe Paul can join us for the Kriya Babaji Nama Om.
Okay, yeah. So if you want to call Babaji directly, I will give you Babaji's Mula mantra, which is Om Kriya Babaji Namo Om. And this is Babaji's direct phone number. So if you're ever going through something and you want to call Babaji for assistance, for help, call Babaji's Mula mantra. Om Kriya Babaji Namo Om. And Veronica and Paul will say it so beautifully right now.
Om Kriya Babaji Nama Om.
I would like to do Om Shanti.
Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
That's great too.
Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shalom, Satnam, Sadhu, Tao, Amo, Spirit, Kami, Nami, Amen, Namen, Omen, Selah, Om, Om.
Thank you for that, Paul.
Yeah.
Outstanding.
Wow.
Well, we were going to do that one next, but yeah, that's good
amazing.
To start off. Yeah. So I'll say Babaji's Mula mantra now, then we'll go into the Shanti mantra. You want to say it again, Paul?
I'm good.
Okay, all right. One time's the charm.
Yeah.
So I'll say Babaji's Mula mantra, Om Kriya Babaji Namo Om right now. Om Kriya Babaji Namo. And lastly, we will sing the Shanti Universal Peace Mantra, singing peace and love to all people all around the world. And Veronica will say it so beautifully right now.
Om Shanti, 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 Shalom, Sat Nam Sadhu Tao Em, Spirit, Swami Kami, Amen, Amen, Om Selah Hom, Om.
Om Shanti, 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 Shalom, Sat Nam Sadhu Tao Em, Om Spirit, Swami Kami, Amen, Amen, Om Selah Hom. Are you feeling spiritually lost? Like you've tried everything, YouTube videos, online courses, even meditation apps, but still something is missing? Wondering, is this all there is? The world is loud and chaotic, and your soul is overwhelmed, craving inner peace, but you can't find your way back to yourself. This is exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system to help people just like you. This isn't a video you watch and forget. It's a daily spiritual lifeline that brings you back to your soul. So if you're done feeling lost and you're ready to start transforming, then come join us. This is more than a course. This is your lifeline. Go to kriyayogashop.com.
Kriya Babaji Namo. 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 Kriya Babaji Namo.